Wow. What's happening, people? I got some showings to do. I've got a couple Vclt packages, and from Darren in Canada, and actually 2 from Ron at Hogs Report, because I didn't show his from last year, so it's probably going to be majority of this. But anyway, the first one I want to show from Darren. He sent this to Patrick to send to me, and some of the auction winnings I won over there. But he was talking about this, and this is a Canadian pressing of Thunder Mug, 1972 hard rock. Excellent album. Here's the band, and I believe these are all originals except You Really Got Me. Kind of weird that they put one cover on an all original album, but I'll show you this label. It's on the Axe. This was reissued in 1973 in the US, but originally it came out in Canada, Germany, Venezuela, and Netherlands, I believe, if I remember. So thank you, Darren. I appreciate that. I got to get you something back, brother. All right, so I'm going to show the albums first, and then we'll get on with the 7 inches from Ron. In this last batch, he sent me this Frantic Shindig. I did have this, unfortunately, but I dig this comp. This is one of those albums you want to get your tester's glue out to and start sniffing it, you know. Fratty type garage rock. And there are, like, they talk before some of the songs about drug references, sniffing glue and stuff like that, but pretty cool. And there's a label on that. I don't think this had a insert. It would be nice if they did have inserts for these, but there's a lot of this stuff there's not information on, so to compile it would be pretty tough. So that was cool. And then another one I had that he sent me was this Puka. I believe you sent this to me, Ron, didn't you? It was with that pile, and it's been a while since I moved them around. But this is a psychedelic album. I believe this was 70, maybe 69 on United Artists. Pretty good. It's heavy on organ, keyboards. But there are some good songs. Like most of these albums, they're not great, except they do have a couple good tracks. So appreciate that. And this is Boot Beast, 1990, I believe this is. It's an indie. I almost want to say it's a time of grunge, but I don't want to call it grunge. But it's hard to say what this was. It's pretty good, but it kind of gives me that feel of like the Afghan Wigs, something on the lines of that. This came on red wax with the. It's on the Boot Beast label too, so very independent. So that's pretty cool. I didn't have this one on Uni, Mud on Mud. I believe this one was 1970. It's another cover, man. These 60s covers of the guys all naked hanging out together in a pond, or this is a mud bath here, or whatever. We should do a video, show your Happy Men covers. There's a lot of them in the 60s. But Mud on Mud, this was okay, not memorable, I guess you could say. But it was fun to listen to this on the Uni label. I have quite a bit on the Uni label, which is pretty cool artwork on that one. And then this was very cool, German press of Look at Yourself by Uriah Heep. I did not, let me see if I have mine here. It'll take too long to find it. Yeah, here's the U.S. press. You can tell the difference there. But I like this album. This is really good, and this is what is it on here? Let me grab this out. A lot thinner cover. Oh, it's on the island. So very cool to get that. Look at Yourself, Uriah Heep. And then one I never heard was the legendary Stardust Cowboy. This is man, you got to be in the right mood to hear this. It's pretty good, but definitely have to be in the right mood. It's on Amazing Records. This is 1984. He's from Texas. Comes on clear vinyl, an amazing label. Pretty cool label, I will say that. And original inner here. So check that out. At least check it out to listen to it. It does have a couple good tunes on it. And then Saunders Truck Stop, which was Ed Saunders of the Fugs, singer, the poet, the great poet, and the son of Colonel Saunders down in Kentucky. I'm just kidding about that one, but this is kind of one of those racy records. It's on the reprise, whatever you want to call it. Definitely a fun listen on this. Trying to think of that other record this reminds me of. But, and this had some really good musicians on it. Some that were bluegrass, you know, just big names in bluegrass, and really good. Check it out. Saunders Truck Stop. All right, that's it for the records. And I got a pretty good stack of 7-inch records here. This is the Dearly Beloved on Columbia, 19 September 1966. This is their first garage single out of Tucson, Arizona. And I'm not sure if this is the correct sleeve. I did text Ron this morning to see if it was. But if it's not, I don't have anything. But for 66, I think that's close. Cannibal and the Headhunters, Land of a Thousand Dances, and I'll Show You How to Love Me. 1965, Garage Soul. These were recorded live at the Rhythm. What was this? The Rhythm Room. I think that was in LA. Yeah, real young when they recorded this. I think it was 4 Latinos, Latino rock and roll right here. Here's one, the Silky, with You've Got to Hide Your Love Away and City Winds, 1965. This is UK folk pop. They do a cool version of the Beatles. Alright, this is the one, The Breakers, Long Green, on the Selmore Records label. This was 1966. He couldn't find any information. As a matter of fact, I think he found 3 or 4 of these when he found them. This is pretty high dollar 45 here, folks. Probably over 100. I think it once sold for 186, so it is sought after. Garage Frat Rock, Splivet Shuffle, and Long Green, which is the Fireballs covered Long Green. And it's basically like a Louie Louie rhythm with different words, I would say. But very cool. And man, these things are in mint shape. I don't think they were ever played. Old store stock. So yeah, the Breakers. And go over to Ron's Hogs Report, his channel, and you can find more information out on this. He already showed that. And here's Rancid Yak Butter with Jungle Fever. and Cliff Haynes and Phil Mata with The Weird World of Sports, 2 episodes. 1972 promo. It's a novelty, so that 72 humor, pretty cool listen, out of Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona label. So that's some local stuff. This was just excellent. Off Titan Records, The Strangers with Caterpillar Crawl and Rock and Rebel from 1959. This is a reissue, early reissue, I think 1959. 2 intros that are just superb. I played this on my live show a few times. Thank you, Ron, on that. And I don't know where these guys are from. Anyway, here's another local to Phoenix for Ron. It's the Hubcap and the Wheels with their first single, Let's Really Hear It, and Work Work from February 1964 from the Wallace and Ladmo show. It's like a kids show they had in Arizona, and this is pretty cool. They have like screaming kids and through the audience, screaming through the whole song, both songs. Their second one, this also originally came in a pick sleeve. Their second one, which does have the pick sleeve, Hubcap and the Wheels, Sigh Cry Almost Die, and Boney Maroney, which was the famous Larry Williams song on Specialty Records. I've got a pick sleeve of that one. 31 August 1964, their second single of the Wallace and Ladmo show, based in Arizona. So these 2 here, I would never ever see these, so I appreciate that. Give me some local Arizona stuff. Here's a really cool one. Pat Boone with Long Tall Sally, and Just As Long As I'm With You, which is a ballad. But March 1956, Rock and Roll. And I found the original sleeve today, or I had it, but I found it and put it on. Poison Ivy from 2022, unofficial. There's only 300 copies of this. But this is the funny thing about bootlegs. It was out of Russia, but it says 300 copies, never to be pressed again. But just in 2016, they put 2 different versions of this out, same one. So this is the reissue of the reissued unofficial boots, and there's all these were released before on prior records. 2 of them were off the Wanda Jackson album, and the what was the other song here? Let's see, where is it? Oh, Peter Gunn Twist, which was off of a comp several years ago, but just excellent. Lux and Poison Ivy sing on these, along with Wanda Jackson, the original. And she does Riot and Cell Block 9 and The Funnel of Love, which is just great. And then there's the vinyl, and then there's the back. That was really cool. And then the Jam with Eaton Rifles and Seesaw, which is October 1979. It's Injection Labels, UK. And unfortunately, I didn't have a UK sleeve. You can see the US, but this is identical to what the UK sleeve is, but there's just no writing on it. So until I find one. Anyway, this is classic Jam there. I think that's their 11th single at that point. And the Yardbirds, I'm a Man, which I had this one, but this is a really clean copy. So I'm going to keep this one. October 1965. It's got the correct credit of McDaniels, which is Bo Diddley, which I also have the the error copy of the credit. You can see that song. And then he gave me a 1967 copy, which I do have this in the pick sleeve, but this is another clean one. September 1967. It's an early press pick sleeve, originally, and Unhappy Girl and People Are Strange. So he gave me a bunch of other cool stuff, like some keychains and some mini Coke mirror, Beatles Coke mirror. All cool stuff. So I got to thank Darren and Ron for that VCLT, and I do apologize for not posting these earlier, but me and videos, we just we're far apart. So thanks for watching, and thanks again, guys. And I do have another recent finds video coming up, so I will see you then.